Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the first episode of my Empire Total War Darthmod. We are playing as Austria. We are playing as the great Germanic Empire. So guys, I want to make a deal with you. If this video can hit 150 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today. Now, I've been wanting to play as Austria for a hell of a long time, ever since my Empire Great Britain rather said campaign and the United States. But an interesting fact: my grandfather was actually born in Austria, moved out to Australia when he was 25 and met my grandmother. The rest was history, I guess. But I've really wanted to play as Austria. It was a very tight sort of decision between it was either going to be Sweden or Russia, but I think Austria means a little bit more to me. I might even elaborate on that a little bit more, but Prussia will be really cool. I want to get back into Empire. I might do a couple of factions, but Russia, Sweden, we've still got to do, the Netherlands, even France, Spain. There's a lot of fantastic factions in Empire Total War, but I just find ethnicity, I might actually talk about ethnicity for a little bit. I just find it fascinating that as an Australian, I am Australian, but my ethnicity is European. Like, I don't know if this happens in your country where you're from, or happens more so in America or Canada. Like, my grandfather was born in Austria. He's my closest European ancestor. Both my parents were born in Australia. Their grandparents, except for my Austrian grandfather, were born in Australia. And then their parents and grandparents were born in Australia. But the thing is, right, my mother, obviously being half Austrian, is actually half Irish. And I don't know if it happens anywhere else, but the Irish marry the Irish. Like, my mother, or actually my great-great-great-grandfather was a free settler from Ireland. We got photos and stuff about that, which is really, really cool. Because Australia is so young. Like, it's like 200 years. I don't even know how old Australia is. We're just such a young country. Anyway, I was getting to that, even though from like those generations, my grandmother, they're all being born in Australia. My grandmother has the bloodline of the Irish, so her both parents were born in Australia, but they were both Irish, and the Irish married the Irish. So I have like what would I say, 8 generations then of Australians, but they're all Irish. And the exact same happened on my father's side, who's English basically. So I find that interesting how I've got Irish, Austrian, and English, but I see myself as Australian. But even when you say your ethnicity is European, that is such a generalization, because people from like Russia who are in Europe are vastly different from the people in Scotland, for example. So let me know in the comment section down below where you're from and what's your ethnicity. You can break it down to like I have. So I was born in Australia. I am Australian, but my ethnicity is European. I have a lot of Irish, a lot of English, and a lot of Austrian in me, which I find is just fascinating. But enough of 3 minutes about ethnicity. You don't have to share it, but you're most welcome to in the comments below. So let's get into the Austrian campaign. Now, there's 2 things that I want to do in this campaign, and I'm going to make it a must. The first, I want to eliminate the what are they called? Ottomans. The Ottoman Empire. Obviously, are they an Islamic faction? Yes, they are an Islamic faction, the biggest Islamic faction down here. At this point in time, there are a lot of Christian factions, Protestant and Catholic. So hopefully, we'll be able to push against them, because that is a huge, vast sway of land. If we could go to war with the Ottomans and take out most of their lands in Greece, Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey, Syria, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. The second thing I want to do is make an overseas colony. I want to expand into India, and I also want to expand into the Americas to try and get some overseas territories for the Austrians. Because at the moment, we are the biggest Germanic faction in Europe. Now, obviously, we've got Prussia to the north. Poland, Lithuania, I wouldn't say would be Germanic, but obviously Bavaria, Stuttgart, Cologne, these minor modern-day Germany settlements. But yeah, let's get into the campaign now. So let's have a quick look at our government. So we have our monarch, Joseph the First, And he doesn't have a wife, but he does have Franz, who has a claimant. So let's have a look through our ministers. Our head of state is a +3. I think we could kick out a head of state, get a better one. Look at that, +2 star. How's our army? Oh wow, our army is fantastic. Andrus here, -10, right. I'm quite happy with the justice, the treasury, and the navy for the time being. So objectives, I have got this on world domination. I have got Darthmod in the link in the description below if you want to go play along with me. Let me know in the comments what campaign you'd like to replace this. It's pretty early days because this campaign is going to go for a while, but hopefully we can have a lot of fun. If you could leave a like, that would be absolutely fantastic. It's a great way to support this series and my channel, and also subscribe if you haven't already. So we have to just get 48 settlements. I think world domination is better because you don't have to get specific settlements. You can sort of write your own path. So we are playing on a late campaign. I really prefer that because it speeds up the campaign quite significantly. The main difference is the America. America is a faction. The United States has the East Coast, and I really do like America. I'm going to be probably allying with them, and I want to keep them as a good ally, to be perfectly honest. And it also speeds up the technology, so we don't have to piss fart around getting tech. Now, speaking of tech, we do have Graz. I guess that's Budapest, because kind of we're like the Austro-Hungarian Empire, but we've got Hungary under our simulation. So we are the Austrian Empire here. So what should we go with first? Let's get some more bayonets. Get some advanced infantry. I'm just sort of looking. I haven't played Empire in about a year. I haven't actually recorded it for YouTube, so bear with me. And before that, I've only ever done 2 campaigns on Empire. Thoroughly enjoyed it, but I just sort of... just other Total War titles came to me, I guess. So maybe I should just go with pure military, trying to get my military up even further ahead of the game, because we're going to be incredibly aggressive. So, diplomacy-wise, let's have a look at what we're working with. So, we have an allies with... I'm not going to price that. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. They're at Stuttgart. So we're allies with them. Where are they? Bavaria. I was just curious to see who they were allies with. So we're allies with Great Britain. We're at war with the French and the Barbary States. Now, I don't really know why we're at war with the French. Maybe because we're at war with the English, to be perfectly honest. We do have Croatia, Transylvania, a settlement here. We have Prague, I guess. That's in Hungary. No, Prague's up in the north here in Bohemia. This is Hungary. Vienna in Austria. We have... Oh, I thought that was me there, but it's not an army in Saxony. And we have Flanders in Brussels for some reason. So, I don't particularly want to go to war with the French, but we are. So maybe we should push on and take Paris. And now that I think about it, New Orleans, Lower Louisiana, and Upper Louisiana are French. So maybe going to war with the French, we'll be able to get our overseas territories. I also want to send out trade as well. So a lot of these Cherokee nations as well. I want to get a chunk in America, but I want to go to war with the Ottomans at some point. But now I just realized we're with the French. We might have to focus on the French, but we will go to war with the Ottomans. I think that's our next target, obviously, historically. I do believe the Ottomans may have besieged Vienna in Austria, but yes, I might negotiate with the French. Oh, who are the French allies with? Oh, the allies with the United States, Monsoy, Bavaria, and the Plains nations. That's interesting. But let's negotiate with Russia. I want to get an alliance with Russia if we can. Obviously, us two factions will be pushing upon the Ottomans at some point. So a military alliance accepted. So we are in the same boat as Russia. Sweden, up in the north as well. I would like an alliance with Sweden. Let's just hope that Sweden and the Russians don't go to war. So let's get a trade right and an alliance with Sweden. 1,000. I'm quite happy to give them that, to be perfectly honest. Right, let's get trade with the United States. Now, simply because they're allies with the French, I do quite like the United States, of course, but I just don't want to ally with them just yet. The United Provinces, the Dutch, I think, will probably want to be taken over their overseas territories. Right, Spain, what's the go with you? I'm quite happy to get trade. The more trade we can get, the better. Prussia is unfriendly. I would imagine that there might be a war between us two. Obviously, they want to have Germanic supremacy. Poland and Lithuania, I'm quite happy with a trade right. Most of these factions may not accept. Maratha Confederacy, I'm quite happy to get trade. The more trade I can get, the better. Great Britain, my friend, how the hell do we not have trade? Let's have a quick look at these minor factions. Crimea. I'm sorry, I can't accept that. Stuttgart. But yeah, I think we're pretty well right for that. So let's have a look at what we're working with here. So obviously we've got Transylvania. I want to put money into the economy. So I want to build as many... I don't know if it's a bit blurry. Or is it just me where it like blurs a bit? Zooming, I don't know why it does that. Yeah, just looks a little bit blurry. Right, let's have a look at Vienna, what we can actually recruit. So we can get a shit ton of cavalry. Of course, we can get some very nice regiment units. Obviously, these are specific units. So what have we got here? I wonder if there's much of a difference. Some have different charge bonuses and defense. So all these specific regiments. Salam regiment. What? Why is the icon some fucking guys LARPing in a field? That breaks the fucking immersion real quick. That's stupid. Alright, let's get some more roads. And then let's have a look at what we're sort of fielding here. So we have an army here. Let's rally up at Vienna. That's probably going to be the best bet for us. And then we will sort of see how much we've got here. I'm going to keep my armies on the border here. Alright, so who have we got here as a ranked general? So we haven't got a general. So we've got a general in Vienna. Franz von Lacy. Sigmund von Dagbert. Burkhard. I do obviously not speak Austrian German or German at all. So these names and I don't speak any other language are pretty hard for me to pronounce. So let's get our best general. So who's our best general here? They all seem to be the same rated. So on that accord, we go by age. The younger the better. 59. So we're going to give Burkhard Romberg the command of the Royal Army. So let's sort of see, once we rally up, what we're working with. The army builds are sort of like, I usually like to have at least 4 units of cavalry, 2 artillery, the rest line infantry. So, these are lancers, okay, then these are these are general's bodyguard. Right. I might just get rid of them, to be perfectly honest. Because they're going to cost us a hell of a lot. Alright, let's quickly move you in. I will try to get a battle in this part, but completely understand that we are setting up the campaign. Obviously, it's the first episode. We're putting money into the economy, getting set up for the late game. Right, so that we have a hell of a lot of dragoons here. Now, I don't usually like dragoons, simply because I like my infantry to have swordsmen, and I don't really like grenadiers either. It's okay having a couple of them. Hungarian hussars, they're going to be fantastic. So we're going to get rid of these grenadiers and the dragoons, because I just don't like them. That's just my personal preference in this. We're going to get rid of those Jaegers as well. Alright, we'll quickly chuck you in Vienna if we can. No, we can't. So we're gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna disband them as well. I prefer to have my cavalry as an infantry. Sort of to just get stuck in. These are light dragoons as well. Get rid of that general's bodyguard. So these guys are swordsmen. So let's have a look at Vienna, what we can actually recruit. So we can actually get... Yeah, okay. Austrian, Hungary, militia. That's cool. So, looks like Vienna is going to be our recruitment powerhouse, of course. Now, I do want to create a huge military presence at Flanders because I don't want to lose it. Now, unfortunately, I don't know why historically we do have Brussels, to be honest, but there's no way we can get there, I don't think, unless we make a alliance or we can get military access with Munich. Hang on, do we have military access? We have grants military access. We already have military access with... Oh, that's fantastic. We have military access with Munich and Bavaria. That's superb. We can move straight through there, mate. Straight through Stuttgart. Is that a city there? That's a French city there blocking. Right, we still have 4,000 in the bank, so I want to put that into my economy. Like I said, I wanted to go with roads, so we can move quick and fast around our empire. Now, we do have Zagreb in Croatia. I want to focus on the European theatre before we go off expanding. Now, the one thing I don't like about Darthmod is just the amount of... Obviously, you have a region, you have these specific depots. So, let's have a look at what I want to get. So, we can get some slops. I want to get some slops. Fifth rate's going to take 2 turns. How big's our navy here? We have Karl. I might go with... Oh, okay, yeah, you have to put slops in your ports, don't you? I forgot that stupid tactic, or otherwise the enemy usually just takes them. Right, so we have some spies here, it looks like. So, right. Just want to double check. So we've got one fleet. There are all my armies. Regions. I'm not like being mistaken and there's some in... We don't just like have some fuck off Caribbean island. So there's a couple of mines here. I might put them in. But apart from that, I think we're pretty well right to save and end the turn. We have a shit ton of military coming. We have obviously these specific line infantry. But yeah, let's do a save. I do have, obviously still have my United States, my Great Britain, and my just muck around Sweden. I did actually play as Bavaria for a little bit. I was umming and ahhing as well. Well, I wasn't really umming and ahhing because I couldn't actually play as them. But I was looking to see if I could play as the Irish, because that would be really quite cool. Obviously, I did mention before my ethnicity, but a military alliance with the Dutch, no, unfortunately, because I think Amsterdam would be a really cool settlement to take, and obviously, I can't quite remember what it's called in this, but modern day Sri Lanka. So we have actually been attacked here. We're going to win it quite easily. There's 2 units of Hussars, light cavalry, 1 militia, but I still don't usually trust the Empire Order Resolve. It's usually quite atrocious. So, okay. That's interesting. I'm quite happy to give you a military alliance, but I'm not going to give you a territory, Prussia. Maratha, you guys can fuck off as well. Now, something to take note. As you see on screen, the Ottoman Empire has popped up. Now, their turn times can be ridiculous from time to time, so I might actually skip that. Sometimes I might even edit it out. Selective breeding. No, I don't want to give you military access because I want you to push upon the Ottomans. I'm sure they're going to go to war with them soon anyway. But, yeah, how are we going for time? 20 minutes into this part. So we've had an enemy raid here. War declared, Poland, Lithuania, and Russia. And obviously my units have been recruited. So I am going to, I don't even know if I should bother repairing. We're going to continue to recruit as many units at Flanders, because it's my weakest point, you could say. I do want to go out and get some trade, but I need a navy. I need a big navy to do that, of course. Right, let's see how much money we're making per turn. How much are we making from trade? 12,000, and we're making about 7,000 per turn. Right, okay, so let's rally up our units here and see what we're sort of working with. So, oh well, we don't even have the entirety of a thing here. Gonna get some more line infantry, of course. Let's have a look at cannons and stuff. What's our best cannons we can recruit here? Yeah, I think Austria is just... Vienna is our powerhouse at the moment, so that's where just all my stuff is going to come from. So we have General's Bodyguard, we have a heavy cavalry. So these are specific. Okay, Austrian, Hungarian Hussars. It's really cool how we have those sort of specific things. So we'll get rid of these... we're still going to need 2 in each army anyway. The rest can be cavalry, because we only can recruit one of those units that are special. Still have 10,000 in the bank. I want to... What can we recruit here? Happiness, of course. The more, the better. But, yeah, let's just go through and... start putting money into the economy. So Prussia is here. I'm just sort of keeping an eye on everything. Right, let's move my spies. Let's see what the French are fielding, of course. Right. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below if you think that's a good idea, attacking the Ottomans. Obviously, being a non-Christian faction, the other Christian factions won't be up in arms. And they have a hell of a lot of land, and I think it'd be really cool to take. But we might have to focus on the French first. So yeah. So the main two things, I want to take out the Ottomans, and I also want to create our overseas colony. Maybe even taking the entirety of India, we will see. Do I want an alliance with Spain? They are allies with the Portuguese, Bavaria, and Venice. They're at war with... No, I'd rather not risk it, to be honest. I'm sorry, Spain. Spain says no. That's a bloody Civilization 5 quote, if you... if you haven't played that. Spain and Great Britain at war are perfect, and Poland and Russia at war. So lucky I didn't make an alliance with Spain in the end anyway. Still continuing to recruit. I'm not really that set on actually having a... Yeah, not putting money into the economy in Brussels just to... Yeah, lose it, which could quite happen. It is a realistic worry. But yeah, let's have a look at sort of what we've got going on here now. So Burkhard Romberg will be leading the army. Okay, and soon we will be able to get some artillery. But guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If this video can hit 150 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you're wanting to share your ethnicity, right where you come from, what's your ethnicity. I don't know, say you might be born in America and you have Irish ancestry. I'm actually really curious about ethnicity, and I find it absolutely fascinating. But yeah, my name has been Simpzy. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more content on Simpzy Total War. Take care. Goodbye.